Hello, and very happy to see you on our channel. Today we give you a piece of breaking news from a royal expert. Royal expert exposed all of Meghan Markle's confidential reasons to delay her trial. My poor brain and mind is torn asunder in confused thoughts as to why any reason for a delayed trial date was not only granted, but muted for confidential reasons. What reasons could be entertained for an adjournment, and which could be muted for confidential reasons? Number 1, the seemingly most popular one, pregnancy. The date has been delayed till autumn of 2021, which could be anywhere from September 21st to December 21st, 2021, the dates of autumn. So anywhere from 11 months from the date to the decree to 14 months, which seems an extravagant length of time. If now pregnant, and that seems wildly improbable to me though the rumors have been rampageous, the estimated birth date would be, and I'm beginning with 1 month pregnancy, becoming pregnant in September, as of the request for trial delay, anytime with June as the absolute latest. In September 2021, if born in June, the child would be 3 months old, more than old enough to travel by air. After all, the first was a seasoned world traveler by then. With her blatancy in advertising her previous pregnancy and with her current desperate and impetuous need to repair her current image, why would she wish to render it as confidential? This pregnancy would, in her mind, render her enormous sympathy from the public and provide a wonderful deflection from her current ills in the public's opinion. So, Number 2, another postulated opinion, and for me the most distasteful and further ammunition, if discovered by the anti-monarchals, for establishing a republic as well as giving Mistress Mountbatten Windsor even more material for future blackmail and coercion of the royal family. For the delay and confidentiality is the intervention of Her Majesty the Queen. The confidentiality is understood in this instance, but would the judge be swayed by this argument, especially the confidentiality part? Would the MOS go along with this? What would undue influence mean here? If Her Majesty the Queen did intervene and it was revealed, I believe it would shatter the public's love affair with the Queen. It would also call into question the independence of the judiciary and the always pertinent question of justice for the wealthy versus the plebes. Shades of Animal Farm here. All are equal, but some are more equal than others. So, number 3, the health card. Physical, non-COVID-19. The ever popular, there are health issues affecting A, me, B, he, C, the child. Let's start with the physical health issues card. To justify almost a year's delay, the physical issues must be catastrophic. Cardiac, heart attack, stroke, or possibly heart surgery on any of the 3 among others. Pulmonary, including excessive clotting. Circulatory, being in treatment for a chronic disease. The judge would probably find for almost a year's delay and possibly for confidentiality depending on both the issue and the person involved. Number 4, the health card mental. There's only one who will fit that bill, Mr. Mountbatten Windsor himself. Yes, I understand that his missus is the prime candidate. The groundwork has been laid most assiduously. A, his depression, his therapies and their obvious failures, his physical disintegration, his lack of care and pride in his personal appearance. B, his isolation from family and friends. His missus has remarked upon this. C, his public appearances are wooden, non-spontaneous, certainly not his past appearances, spontaneous, filled with laughter, joie de vivre, and a twinkle in his eye. Would Mistress Mountbatten Windsor claim he's in treatment, hospitalized, that he needs her personal attention, that this all has been triggered by obsessive publicity? The judge would probably find for almost a year's delay and confidentiality. Number 5, the COVID-19 card. Quote, I or my husband or my child have contracted COVID-19, or I or my husband or my child have and recovered from COVID-19, but are suffering from residual effects and disabilities caused by COVID-19. COVID-19 can severely damage many systems in the body, including the renal, cardiac, circulatory, and pulmonary. Physical recovery, particularly in mild cases, is prolonged and demoralizing. Excessive chronic fatigue, trouble with the heart and/or lungs, terrible physical damage to children, potential amputation of limbs. All of these and more are the aftermath scourges of COVID-19. This would be a plausible reason for the delay, but is it a plausible reason for Mistress Mountbatten Windsor to ask for confidentiality? In my humble opinion, no. Not if for her, no, not if for her husband, but a resounding yes if for the child. She and the elder, he could milk it for exponential sympathy for themselves. If the child is or had been infected, Mistress Mountbatten Windsor and Mr. Mountbatten Windsor would be castigated, reviled, and generally damned because of their apparent, evidenced on video, insolence in taking adequate precautions when out and about. Their casual comments about COVID-19 being not as bad as the media portrays it will then come back to haunt them. That his father, and now it's been revealed his brother, have had it only magnifies their own disregard for the virulence of COVID-19. Now, this reasoning could account for both the delay of almost a year and the implementation of the confidentiality card. Number 6, a more out in left field reason. Maybe they have been forbidden to leave for legal reasons. Maybe they are under investigation for whatever reason, including perhaps some of their dubious financial dealings. They have made few friends in the current federal government and have crossed the line, according to many. Having one's passport seized can hamper one's international movements. Obviously, this would be a reason to delay for almost a year and a reason for confidentiality if requested by the American government. Of course, all this is speculation, some of which is widely circulated. Some royal fan also said, there is another possibility that she has told the judge she is undergoing fertility treatment and has to remain in California for X months, so won't be able to travel to the UK in January. Meanwhile, the PR firms have been in spin mode, giving reasons for lies surrounding Archie's birth. One saying they take commercial flights often if they approve her summary motion, when exactly Meghan will be held accountable for her actions. She believes herself to be bulletproof, it seems, as she keeps digging the hole deeper. Whatever the reason the court accepted, or whatever reason Circus Markle gave the court, I wonder if her real intent for the delay is that she's hoping her father will die before the year is out. The least he can do is deteriorate to the point he can keep his life but be so bad off he can't testify. Such ugly thinking, I know, but in the soap opera atmosphere within Meghan's orbit, it's just where my mind went in my thoughts of her ruthless, conniving ways. Why hasn't she been pilloried for not complying with a court order? There's no reasonable excuse to fail to deliver except by willful disregard of the order and willful disrespect of the court. Her lawyer should have been at least reprimanded and fine levied. And why was this willful noncompliance not taken into consideration in the decision to vacate the January court date and postpone the trial for up to 14 months? And why all the secrecy? This is not a local judiciary here. The judge, from all accounts, is experienced, tough, and fair. In speaking of this delay, I find it unfathomable that the plaintiff is now the petitioning for the delay, not the expected response of a plaintiff. It's a position of weakness, not strength. Plus, with all the assorted discourtesies shown to the court from the very beginning. In fact, the only ones emerging from this whole mess with rapidly increasing credibility are the Markles, less, of course, Mistress Mountbatten Windsor. They had the courage to speak out from the beginning, and their various statements have been subsequently revealed as truthful. They've been reviled and discredited, scrubbed thoroughly from the web. Yet they persevered and survived merciless, slanderous attacks with dignity worthy of the royals. If the prosecution fails to provide evidence to the defendant, a delay is in the better interest of the defendant, so they have time to analyze the information. It's not cool for the prosecution to do this. I've read mixed messages about the health of Thomas Markle, and if he has turned over his information to MOS, he may not have a big role in the trial other than being asked some questions by the prosecution. The MOS will present most of his evidence. How about you? What do you think about Meghan Markle's confidential reasons to delay her trial? Please let us know in the comment section below and discuss them together. And as always, come back to our channel for all the latest news on the royal family, Meghan and Harry, right here. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Goodbye.